We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Jackson Rutledge, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. Has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that...
Digging in now, Eddie James. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories, but this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the third out. Cubs are down in order. We are still scoreless. Digging in now for the Brewers, Dominic Price, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Up the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Coming to the plate now, Eddie James comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Driven deep at the wall. It is gone. A solo shot here to left, so he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Digging in and looking for more, Eddie James comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch, stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His second home run of the game as this lead swells to 7-0. Long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Matty V, Dero.
Ready to take his hacks again, Eddie James, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. First pitch on its way. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. So the NL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, and there are 2 gone. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jeremy De La Rosa.
Starting to run out of time. Able to score any.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Stepping up to the plate, Dominic Price. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty. Pitcher to try and get this.
A dive and he knocks it down. But the recovery will come too late and the bases are loaded now.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
10-2 the final in this game. The Chicago Cubs win for the 106th time, most in the division. Jackson Rutledge hangs win number 11 on his line as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Trent Ruiz was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Almost time for these two to square off right after this. Jackson Goddard gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's had a solid season up to this point. 15 wins on the year, and that's a pretty good number. He's going to look to add to that total in this one here today.
Into the box, Eddie James. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now the pitch. Hit hard to short. Right to him.
Let's go, beat it out.
Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning. Digging in to try it again, Eddie James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that one is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Cubs move out ahead 2-1.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Ben Mota. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Eddie James will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch of the at-bat. Driven deep at the wall. It is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field, his 2nd of the game, and with it the Cubs have taken a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Eddie James.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Popped up. Laird is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Well, he's about as steady as they come at the end of the game as he seals this victory right there. And this one has some extra added meaning. That's career save number 250 in his outstanding career, Congrats to him.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Cubbies pick up win number 107, best in the division. Jackson Goddard earns his staff-leading 16th victory of the season, permitting only 2 hits in 6 complete innings. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon.